I'm a pandemic sewist through and through. When I first learned how to sew, I had barely ever stepped into a fabric store, and when the pandemic happened and everything closed down, I had to improvise. This meant that I made a lot of fabric buying mistakes at first. I didn't understand how to pair fabric type with patterns. I didn't know what lightweight, medium weight, heavyweight meant. I didn't know what the difference between a rayon challis and regular rayon or tencel or any of those things. I didn't know what any of it meant. There was a whole lot of vocabulary that I just didn't know, didn't understand, and it really only came with experience. That said, I do think that I have a few tips for buying fabric online that will help you out if you are learning how to buy fabric online or if you're just interested in how I do it. So here are my tips for buying fabric online and what I do to make sure that I'm getting exactly what I'm looking for. The first thing is to look at what the pattern recommends. The pattern is going to give you, hopefully, as much information as possible because they want it to be successful for you. So, a few things that you're gonna look at. One, look at the fabric requirement. And when you look at the fabric requirement, you're gonna see, hopefully, two different sets of fabric requirement numbers. They will give you one for a shorter width, so about 41 inches or so, and they will give you one for a longer width, maybe 54 to 60 inches or so. Essentially what that means is that the fabric is only so wide in the roll and that the length comes from how many yards or meters that you order. So if you have a 41-inch wide fabric, you are going to need more meterage or more yardage to get to the requirement rather than a 54-inch wide fabric. You will need to have a little bit less because there will be more in the width. I hope that makes sense, and I think once you start to look at it and get familiar with it, it will kind of get into your brain a little bit more, but it can be confusing at first. You also want to choose a fabric based on the pattern recommendation. So if it's a pattern for a woven fabric, like a linen or a cotton, you're not going to want to get a knit fabric. That's kind of the first thing. The other thing is that patterns will also give you general recommendations. So if it's for a pants pattern, they'll tell you if it's better for lightweight fabrics or more breezy fabrics, so like a tencel twill or a lightweight or a medium weight linen, or they will tell you if it's for a more structured look, so denim, heavyweight linen, things like that. So you'll want to keep an eye out for that and try, at least for the first little while, to buy fabric that matches as closely as possible to the recommendations. As you start to get more comfy, you can definitely experiment, and there's a lot of fun to be had when doing that. But at first, I recommend really staying close to what they're telling you is required. Number two is to do some research. I know we can get really click happy, and I love buying fabric online and it's super fun, but you are going to want to do some research, and I think it's really important. I still do a ton of research. What I mean by research are a few things. So for one, I always look on the Instagram hashtag for the pattern. Not all of them have a super populated hashtag, and I totally understand that, but there are tons of patterns that have really, really well-populated hashtags. So you'll want to look them up. So for example, if you're making the Closet Core Jenny overalls, you would type in hashtag Closet Core Jenny on Instagram, and you will get a ton of people who have made the pattern before, including myself. And then you can look at, what they used, what fabric, what colors, see what you like. And then you can start to also see where they bought the fabric from, how much they used, what size they made. All of these things will help you when you are buying fabric online to make the choice that, will end up with the product that you are the most happy with. Another thing that I like to do is to browse online or in person at ready-to-wear stores and see some of the styles, designs, fabrics that I like in store. So for example, there's a dress from Reformation that I have been eyeing for a while, and I know that I can make it. I'm not gonna buy it. So what I've done is I have looked in the specs for that dress and seen what kind of fabric they use and try to find something similar online in either the color, the print, or just the general composition of the fabric. I also use Pinterest, classic, but especially the Blackbird Fabrics Pinterest board. This isn't sponsored, but I just think that it's such a helpful resource. What I really like about them is that they will have a list in their saves of a whole bunch of different boards. So they'll have different fabrics from denim, cotton, silks, everything that you can imagine. They'll have a board for that. And then you can go into that board for that fabric and you'll see pattern recommendations as well as ready to wear inspiration. I like to look at that a lot. I find that really, really helpful. Just, get some ideas going, and it helps me to see what other things have been made in that fabric so I can kind of get a sense for like what it looks like on the body. My third recommendation, truthfully, is not the most fun. I know like we want to just get into it, but order a swatch. It is really, I know, really tempting to just place the order, and I have. But for more expensive fabrics, I do recommend buying a swatch book. I think certain designers like Merchant at Mills might have a swatch book. I think the fabric store has a swatch book. If you buy these and you just have them at home, it really helps for you to just look through the swatches when you're planning your next project, and then you can place the order. Or if I know that I'm placing an order for silk and I want to see if it's sheer, or I want to see how it looks, how it feels, but I don't want to order a whole bunch of silk, I will maybe place an order for a few different swatches of different silks and then make a call based on that. Number 4 is to know what you like. Take it from me, I have learned from my mistakes and got super excited by different colors and patterns and all that stuff because fabric is so pretty to browse online. But just the way that you would with art, when you're looking at art online, there's a difference between what you think is beautiful and what is, your style or your taste within your home. Fabric is just like that. It might be a really beautiful print, really beautiful color, but it might not be, a color that you wear very often or that you're excited by when you receive it, or it doesn't maybe fit in with where you want your wardrobe to go or any of that. I mean, definitely like if you are feeling inspired by a color and you want to make something with it and wear it, 100% go for it. But if you're just getting excited by how it looks and aren't really thinking about the practical application of like making something with it and wearing it, maybe like rethink that, take a bit of a pause and see what else you can find, maybe within the same fabric family, but in a different color. Number 5 is sort of like a money saving tip because truthfully, buying fabric online is maybe not always the least expensive option. I like it because I'm buying from sources that I really trust and that I love, and they have fabric that I know is either organic or ethically sourced and sort of fit within my values. But I also know that a lot of in-person stores can be considerably cheaper, so I definitely get that. That said, I think that signing up for newsletters for those fabric stores online that you follow can be really helpful for when they do, their sales, like 20% off, 15, sometimes 30 if they're having like a big blowout sale. Take a look at those. That can really help. It's definitely helped me. If you feel like you would get like too tempted, and I've definitely unsubscribed from all my newsletters at one point, then just skip this step and buy when you need it. But if you are someone who does like to take advantage of the sales and buy in bulk when things do go on sale, and you are okay with waiting for your fabric to get a little bit discounted, then this is something that you would definitely want to check out. That's it for the video. Let me know what you think. Do you buy fabric online? Do you buy it in store? Did I miss anything that would be helpful for others who are looking to buy fabric online? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, if you want to hang out more on the internet, I'm on Instagram and TikTok at Making Cassie. If you want to subscribe to this channel, I upload every week, sometimes twice a week. That's pretty exciting. Also, a like really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, so I would appreciate that. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye!